All right, good morning, everybody. So I want to make a quick video about this, and I wasn't going to actually do this because I figured there would be enough people all over this story that it wasn't really something I had to touch on. However, we're going to talk about it because I was watching Zach Bauer's video this morning, and actually something came to mind and forced me to kind of go, So, Pastor Jim Staley always said, what is happening in the natural, you can always find in the spiritual. And I think that there is a spiritual connection here. Okay, so for those of you who don't even know what the heck I'm talking about yet. So, apparently there was a 10 commandments monument put up in Arkansas. It didn't even last 24 hours before some yahoo who claimed that he was a Christian screamed freedom and then decided to plow it with his truck. So he claims to be a Christian, yells freedom, and then runs over the monument with his truck. And although Zach Bauer touched on some different ideas that he got from the story, let me tell you what I got from my end. This is what I got from my end listening to this, okay? So in Revelation, it talks about the lukewarm crowd. Okay, it says you are neither hot nor cold. So because you're neither hot or cold, I'm going to spew you out of my mouth. I'm going to vomit you out. Okay, so I sent the invitation to about 6 different Christian friends of mine to answer the question, what is your take on this guy who professes to be a Christian running over the 10 Commandments monument in Arkansas? So far, nobody's gotten back to me, but I'm going to go ahead and make this video anyway, because I can almost guarantee you what their response is going to be. Their response is going to be outrage. They're going to denounce the guy's Christianity, for one, and also they're going to be outraged that he destroyed a 10 Commandments monument, because that's what the majority of Christians will do. And I'm already hearing it on Christian radio, on SOS. People are outraged that this guy would destroy such a monument. They were outraged when they took down the 10 Commandments monument. I think it was in Oklahoma. They were outraged. How could you remove the 10 Commandments? Well, let me put it to you this way. Why do you care if they move it? Because at this point, it's nothing but symbology to you, because you're not living the 10 Commandments. Sure, you might be a good person. Sure, you do good works. You go out, you feed the homeless, you take care of the needy, blah, 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 blah. The list goes on and on and on. Okay? But most of you, a lot of you in the church, and I can say that because statistically it's proven, have been married more than once. Okay? So there's your adultery commandment. Most of you have lied in a business deal. Okay? You're not honest. You take advantage of people. You don't keep the Sabbath. You have idolatry in your life, whether it be the Denver Broncos or the Seattle Seahawks. You have idolatry in your life. Maybe it's the latest rock band. So, okay, so why should we care so much about 10 commandments that we don't implement in our lives? Now, the reason I sent this invitation out to the people in this church is because this church does teach about the 10 Commandments, and this church does teach sanctification, but this church does not keep Sabbath. So my question is, why do you care so much about the 10 Commandments if you're not willing to live them? Okay, at that point, they are just a symbol of the religion that you claim. Okay, so that's a problem. Right? So the reason this verse keeps sticking out in me, Matthew 24:12 keeps sticking out to me. Because of wickedness, the love of many will wax cold. Okay? Because of the wicked doctrine that is being preached in our churches today, this man had no love for the 10 Commandments. They're useless in his life because he doesn't live by them. Okay? So back to my spiritual premise. What I see right now happening is a line being drawn in the sand. And over here you have these hyper grace people who don't believe that they have to do anything to show that they're the people of God. All they have to do is profess the name of Jesus and roll around on the floor and sing hallelujah. That's what they have to do. Okay, then you have this other group over here like me that are coming back to the commandments of God and saying, no, we do need to keep these commandments. No, we do need to keep these appointed times, and we do need to keep these set schedules because these are commanded by the Father, not by Moses. They're commanded by the Father to do these things. And then you have that middle of the road area, that gray area, okay, that is not guarding the commandments. They're actually ambivalent toward the commandments. They think the commandments are good, but they're not willing to implement them in their lives. I think that these are those lukewarm people. These are those people who cannot decide whether they're going to be hot or whether they're going to be cold. They're just going to sit in the middle of the road and teach sanctification. And this is a really scary place to be. And I'm making this video, and I do want my Christian friends to see this video because I love you. And I'm tired of seeing you guys explain this stuff away. Yeshua said to be like me, to walk like me. He showed you how to do that. And you guys think he showed you that to do away with it. He showed you that so you knew what it looked like. He wants you to walk as he walked. He wants you to do what you're doing already and then some. He wants you to be in covenant with him. Okay? The new covenant is not a new law written on your heart. It is the same law. Okay? He wants you to be in covenant with him. He wants you to be a person that he can spend forever with. Okay? I love you guys, and I'm sitting here and I'm trying to teach my daughter this too, because she says she loves her friends at the church so much she can't stand to not go to church and be around them. If you love these people, you have to warn them. If they hear your warning, great. If they don't hear your warning, you've done your job and their blood is no longer required at your hand. I love you guys. I don't want to see you perish, and I've seen your hearts. I know that you're good. Okay? Come into covenant with the Most High God. Implement his ways into your life. It's not just about going around preaching love and feeding homeless people. There is so much more to that. There are things within his Torah that connect us so deeply with him. And you're missing that. Okay? You're missing it by denouncing those very commandments. So, I'm seeing a couple of verses play out here. I'm seeing Matthew 24:12 play out here, and I'm also seeing the Revelation verse where it talks about lukewarm people. You guys are good people, and those lukewarm people were good people. But they need to choose the side of how this is going to come down. I'm seeing this play out in the natural and the spiritual right now, where the commandments, where the more righteous you are, the more persecution you will suffer. Okay? If you are not suffering persecution in your life in any form, then you're doing something wrong. Okay, because you should be feeling persecution. And when I say that you're not feeling persecution, I'm not talking about transgenders being able to use your bathroom. I'm talking about you standing up and guarding the commandments of God and suffering adversity even from your brethren because of that. Even your brethren is telling you you're lying, you're deceived, you're this, you're that, you're a heretic, because they don't see it. So that was just kind of my take on this situation. I would love to know what you think about this, and please comment or question below on what you think about this guy doing that. Do the commandments of God mean anything to you? And what do they mean to you? Are they a symbol of your faith, or are they something that you strive to implement in your life? Okay? Let me tell you something. Christians, I know that you don't want to consider Judaism in your life and all of this, so you steer clear of a lot of the feast days and stuff like that. But let me tell you something, those are not Jewish feast days. Yahweh says in Leviticus, these are my feast days. These are my appointed times. Okay? That Sabbath is a mark on you. That Sabbath is a mark on Yahweh's people. Now, you can either accept that mark, or you can accept the mark of the beast. Because it's going to be really easy to accept the mark of the beast if you don't have the mark of the Father on you. Okay? And it wasn't until the new covenant comes. It was forever, throughout your generations. You will do this. This is a sign between me and my people. You want to be his people? He has signs between you and him. That's how he knows who you are. That's how you know who you are. Okay, I'm tired of pussyfooting around with this, and I'm tired of being quiet and on the sidelines. You guys are wonderful people at that church. Wonderful. If any of you see this video, know that I have nothing but the highest respect for what you do, and I just wish that you could see this from his point of view, not my point of view, from his point of view. Okay? Because this is not just about Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Say you believe in Jesus. It's all about Jesus. No, it's not about that. Okay? It's about you coming into covenant with the Father. Yeshua is how you come into covenant with the Father. Okay? Yeshua is how you pray to the Father. Yeshua is your connection. He's not the end of the road. He's your connector to the Father. So you have to understand that. I would love to sit down and talk to you guys about this, but I feel like people keep me at arm's distance because they know how I feel. Okay? And I've only got one person who's willing to actually discuss things with me, and we have had wonderful discussions about what I believe and what she believes, and we meet in the middle of the road. But let me tell you something. There is so much more to everything, you guys. I wish that you would sit down and you would talk to me, because I could show you where all this stuff is. Okay? I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Comment below, question below, whatever you want to do. Keep it nice, keep it civil, and I will talk to you. And that's it for now. Have a blessed day. See you next time.